Hey guys, welcome back to Lone Oak Farm with me, Bradham73. Let's see, what am I doing here? Oh, in the last episode, we were doing some Courseplay stuff. I just want to kind of go around, get all... Oh, no. Where are you going? I want to get all my workers working. Here we go. Oh, that's right. We have to... Old cultivator, chain... Okay, so he should be good to go. There he goes. Yeah, I wanted to get all my workers working that could work. And we still got tons of stuff we have to do, though. So let's see, I want to get this unfolded. We're just going to kind of park this somewhere, I don't know. Not sure exactly where yet. Maybe just outside the barn somewhere. Seems like a lot of farmers I know leave their headers outdoors. You're a farmer. Do you usually leave yours outdoors, or do you put yours in a barn or something? Okay, so we're gonna kind of put him there, and we're gonna, I guess, back the New Holland into the barn, because we're not gonna need it for a few episodes, most likely, more than likely, something likely. Okay. Alright, so we had this guy doing his thing, so let's... Oh, that's right, we wanted to remake the Courseplay route. So let's go ahead, I'm just going to delete this old route, and then we'll just fill this up with straw. And just do a new Courseplay route, just to kind of keep things simple. Because in the last episode, as I was driving past the barn, I actually found there was a sell point there, and we should automatically get, or it should automatically sell as it goes over that sell point. And you know what? I just realized I probably shouldn't have deleted that old course, just in case things don't work out as I anticipate. But I hope that they will. And then I'm also going to make a Courseplay route for selling the grain. So I think we've already got the truck back at the barn, so it's all set to go. And yeah, so as soon as we make this Courseplay route, we'll be able to make a selling Courseplay route over to the, I don't know, what was it called? Wolf Agro Industries or something like that. And then we're going to need to finish off, all the fields as far as the plowing goes. Actually, we're going to have to start plowing this field for subsoiling, but I'm going to have to finish off the edges at the northern side of field 44, which that won't take too long, I don't think. Okay, 90. And there we go. All right. So we'll head up here to the top of the field. And then I'll just start start course recording. And when I'm recording my course play routes, I almost always like to do it from an external view like this. And then, when you're doing your course recording, do be careful. Take your time to record the course, because if you do it right the first time, you don't have to come back later and do it again like I'm doing right now. Not that I did it wrong the first time. I just needed to take that, that stopping point out, which I, didn't really need. Because previously, like with earlier versions of Courseplay, I don't think you could actually sell straw at selling points. You actually had to do it manually. So that's what I was used to. And come on, get out of the way. So I was used to doing it the old way, and so that may have kind of messed me up a little bit. So I'm just, paying attention to that center, the center line there. Making sure we don't cross the center line. And we're going to make the next left up by where this mailbox is, if you guys can see it. Right there it is. I'm just concentrating here, so okay, so right through here we should get the tipping. There we go. So I'm just going to offload this for right now. Now, like I said in the last episode, we could go out here into the field and turn around and go back the way, we came. However, there is a gate over here, so, it's going to save us a little bit of time. Not too much, but, a little bit. Just going through the, going behind this little shack here. And hopefully we'll have as few traffic accidents as possible. Driving out of the driveway back there. Because we don't really have control over the AI traffic, unfortunately. All right, so we can just turn back here. Kick her into high gear again. Helper E has completed their task. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to complete the route. And then we'll get another load of straw loaded up, and then we'll test the route. And while the route is testing, itself, basically, I think right about here is a pretty good place to stop it. Okay, so I'm going to save this as field. What was this? 45? Yeah. Whoops. Field 45. selling straw. Can't remember what I... Let's see. Yeah, grain transport load at start, I think, is what we need to do. But let's just try this. Let's go ahead. Let's fill her up with straw again. And hopefully, the next time it drives over that trigger point at the front of the barn, it'll just automatically sell. That is what I am hoping. So if you guys are interested in courseplay, what I'm doing right now, this is actually one of the most common uses of courseplay. You know, selling your crops, or not only crops, but straw, and just transporting things to different sell points. And what's really nice about it is it takes the time doing the things, doing all the selling routines that would take your time away from doing other activities on the farm. And if you like a more farm management style of play, then you might like that feature of courseplay. I sure as heck love it. Okay. 53, 55, 6%. Now I could just, start the course right now if I wanted to, but we're not quite full, so I'll go and get the rest of the stuff. Now, one thing to know before we start the course, so sometimes people choose the next closest waypoint or the nearest waypoint. For a course like this, I would always choose the first waypoint, and then let's see, farms. So I guess is this considered silage? This is straw, right? Yep. And so we're gonna say first waypoint, and now I'm out. It's going off to do its own thing. So next up is this guy. Of course, he had to be down at this end of the field. He couldn't be at the end of the field that I needed him at. No. Wow, look at this field. That's a nice big square field. I think I want to buy that one. Too bad I'm poor. We'll have to stop up here and see how much it's selling for, though. For sure. $122,000. Wow, the field prices are pretty darn good. Okay, so we're just gonna have to go around this corner here, I guess. Uh-oh. Okay, so there's part of what we need to do. We also need to go right past here. And then we gotta see where this part of the field starts. Okay, so we don't have too much to do right there. Good. I kind of thought this went a little closer to the house, but I'm not going to complain that it doesn't. that is done. Okay, let's go check on... Okay, he's almost there. So hopefully, so we got $19,033 right now. Hopefully we will see that money total start to increase here in a moment. And there it goes. Awesome. I didn't have to do a darn thing. Cool. Whoops, wrong way. All right. Whoops. Not exactly sure where the field boundary, I guess, is right about here then. So we'll just go across here. Okay. I guess we'll just go back across. We'll probably have a few little stragglers we'll have to clean up, but that's not that big of a deal. Ooh, it's almost wide enough. So this field, once I get this, plow cultivated, subsoiled, I guess is the correct term. I'm actually going to try to send the fertilizer over this field a second time. I'm not sure if it'll work, but we'll find out. All right, so here comes the forage wagon up there. Oops. And let's just get started subsoiling field 45. And I'm just going to hire the worker. Okay, so now you can see I'm not doing anything. He's actually heading back to the first waypoint, and he's actually going to try to hit that second waypoint. He's just going to go on the course, or maybe not. So he's waiting to load, so that's good. So we'll just stop the driver. We're going to go down and get another load. See how easy that is? And then, you don't have to, I can spend time doing other things on the farm than the, somewhat boring task of constantly, driving back and forth manually to the sell points. Which, trust me, if you're a real farmer and you only have to do it a few times in a given year, it's one thing, but when you have to do it multiple times in Farming Simulator, it does get a bit old. Trust me, it does. Now, once we get this once we get this load going off to the barn, we're going to go set up a Courseplay route for essentially to sell the grain at the Wolf and what was it? Something Wolf and Sons. Who knows? We'll find out here in a moment. There's my other tractor working over there. And there we do have the wage payments coming out, not only for hired workers, but you can actually set Courseplay to take out the payroll for your workers. So, Courseplay, you can make it so that it's not too cheaty, which is what I like to do that. Oh, wait a second. Wait, did we already? Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, okay, so I did spray this field already. Shoo! I couldn't remember if I already put fertilizer down, but then I was like, yeah, I did. Okay, so I'm gonna do this line here. Getting close. And bam, there we go. All right. So now I just want to get so that I've got a direct line of sight to that first waypoint, and I'm going to activate Courseplay. Now for this, I think it makes more sense going around from the other side here. So I'm just going to turn this around. And just going to pull it so that we're going to get the fill notification. So there, start filling. I would say about there. And generally I want to keep it towards the front of whatever tipper I'm using, so that depending on the type of tippers that you're using, like if it's a big one or a small one, or if you start off with smaller ones, or even vehicles or tractors, later on you can come back and start the you can still, it'll still be compatible with additional equipment as you go on and on. Alright, so I'm not going to fill it up right now though, so I'm just going to start course recording. I'm going to have grain transport load at start, though it doesn't matter right now what you choose. And we're just going to drive very carefully through the barnyard here. Now, if you wanted to have more than one truck or more than one tractor or whatnot on a route like this, you'd probably do it a little bit more cleanly than I'm doing it right now. But for right now, I just want to, I'm only going to have this one semi truck for quite a while that I'm going to be using for, selling. Uh-oh, what's going on up here? Something's going on. Got a drunk farmer up ahead. So I think he might be coming confused. Because of the angle of the waypoint. So we're just going to pass him by. hopefully, I don't think he's going to actually pull up and stop when we complete the route. Okay, let's just tab over to him. Let's stop the driver. You know, unfortunately, horseplay is not perfect, and these things do happen occasionally. So, luckily we're still recording, and actually tabbing out of the vehicle, it shouldn't affect the courseplay route at all. And yep, he's on the right path now. Uh-oh. This is not good. This is not good at all. So we can... Oh, no. Okay, so we can pause the recording. We can let these guys drive past. So you hit the pause button. If you mess up, you can hit the pause button and fix it. I'm just going to back up a little bit. And then unpause. And pull in. And hopefully we won't have a problem with it. But we'll test the route as soon as we're done here. Drive over the sell point, which is right here. And then we can just, drive out as we normally would. Okay. And then we just head back to the farm. Oh, there our money is going up, so our straw is being sold yet again. With two more runs, and we're going to have 30,000. We're going to be over 30,000. So I think I said, between $30,000 and $40,000 is what we would end up with. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have 2 to 3 more runs. 2 definitely, but possibly 3. Okay, we got our plow going. He's doing a fine job. And then we'll have to make a different courseplay route for selling the canola at the other place, Agri XIS or whatever that's called. So here we're just gonna make that turn. Now if you had multiple vehicles, now you'll notice that I've got the courseplay route kind of crisscrossing itself. If you have multiple vehicles, you don't want to really do that, because let's say you've got 3 semis and 3 tippers all on the same route, there is a chance that they will bump into each other and wreck and get stuck and whatnot. So you always want to try to keep from from doing that as much as possible. Okay, and then you also want to stop sometime before, I usually like a full vehicle's length before the first waypoint, and then we can just stop that. And so, let's see, what does that call? Of course, it's down here. And it's Lone Wolf Company. Okay. So we'll call this route sell grain to Lone Wolf Go. There. Now we've got wheat right here. We want to start at the first waypoint. We want to make sure that sell this first, see where it says type at the bottom, grain transport load at start. We want to make sure that this first one's selected across the bottom, and then we can just say drive course, and he will automatically pull up to the first waypoint and start loading. Phew! I almost thought he wasn't there for a second. Okay. Let's see if this fertilizer business is going to work. Yay, it is. Awesome. Alright, so I'm going to hire him. Okay. There we go. I just want to get this overloader trailer out of the way. Who is slipping? Oh, that's the trailer. What's he doing? Uh-oh. Looks like I might already have to start I might have to re-record the route again anyway. Uh-oh. I'm going to say current waypoint, and now he'll continue on. All right. The stop driver, and we'll continue picking up our straw here. Now the field's a lot smaller, or shorter. We've got shorter runs up and back, which means less straw, which means less money. But that's all right. There goes our Wheaties. Well, he did slow down there. He did slow down by that first waypoint, so it looks like it is going off the speed of the original recording, which is fine because we're not going to have to, or we're going to have to redo the route anyway. So we'll re-record that at a later date. Maybe later on in this episode, but I don't really think I've got enough wheat in storage at this point to really justify it. A little bit over halfway full now. Yeah, I'm thinking we're probably going to get about 2 more runs. Well, this run, definitely one other full run, and then maybe like a partial run of straw. Ooh, the Twin Star is being weighed. Okay. So he's driving over the weight point, and we should see our money start going up here. And I think we're probably going to get something like $30,000. There, our money is going up, so that's good. $33,294. Okay, so we have, so we only have 4,277 left for wheat. We're going to be planting soybeans next on both fields, and the soybean price is going up, so that's good. And we'll just take this Metaltech trailer, and we'll drop it off into one of the barns here so that it's out of the way. Will it fit back in one of these? I guess it will. Good. We just kind of put him away. Okay. So this is the liquid manure storage, huh? Oh, here comes the truck. And we'll ninja into it, and we'll just go ahead and stop the driver for right now. I'll just kind of park him up here. I do wish this was a little faster, but I guess unless we have a big butt or something, it's probably not going to get too much faster. Yeah, this is the same barn from the Westbridge Hills map, I believe. Except it is green instead of red. Hey, left me behind. That's all right. I'll just call up the Enterprise and have Scotty beam me up. Okay, 3,083 from the harvest income. Uh-oh. Got another car accident. Put this back on current waypoint. And out he goes. And again, I'm not doing any of the driving here. This is all course play. It kind of, lets you maybe enjoy the scenery a little bit more. And get cool driving views like this. You can pause and take a drink of water. It would be kind of cool though if Courseplay was so good that whenever you turned, it used the turn signals. But oh, there's the front tires not turning again. Actually, if you look at them, see how the inner rim of the tire is spinning, but the tread is at the same frame rate. So it's essentially revolving 60 times a second, which is, well, I guess it would be a minute. No, it's not a second because it would come spinning off. But the tread pattern is, at a specific width, and for whatever reason, that tread pattern lines up with the frame rate of my monitor, which the game is currently set to 60 frames a second. As you can see, kind of at the top in green. Hopefully you guys can see that. It should show up. All right, so we're going to stop the driver. We're going to continue. Let's just go ahead and pick up this straggler here. Come on now. This little bit, and then we'll just go straight on up the hill. Okay. So I think probably in the next episode we'll start doing our first seating, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see. Helper B has completed their task, huh? Oh, that was the fertilizing. Okay. Wasn't sure what it was talking about at first. Actually, I kind of thought that he was done already, but I guess not. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you another Courseplay trick. Now we're going to set to the nearest waypoint. Okay. And then we're just going to turn, and I'm going to set this so I can see where my route is. And we're just going to put it on the route here and drive the course. And then he'll continue on the route by himself. How about that? Okay, so while he's doing that, we can come back and actually kind of clean up some of the fertilizer spots that we missed. Mainly just along the ends of the fields. It's not that big of a deal. we'll just go, you know, around this area. Not really that much to lay down, but every little bit gives us a little bit more money. And I guess I just saw somebody's name pop up there in the lower corner. The new Steam Messenger came out the other day. I can't figure out how to turn the darn thing off. I'm gonna fire him for just a second. The reason being is I want to subsoil the ends of the fields over here. All right. Now again, this piece of equipment, which is included in the Big Bud DLC, is a subsoiler. It looks like it's cultivating, but it actually acts as both a plow and a cultivator, you know, in the same pass. So it's really handy to have. It's nice and, you know, wide for you know, a subsoiler like this. I do like that it's got the square end, so that, you know, as we're doing these plowing passes, we don't have to come back and do a bunch of crazy we don't have to do a bunch of work on the ends of the field. Now I'm saying that as I'm doing work on the ends of the field. This is pretty much because the field is not square. So if you've got a nice square field, this will even work better than it's working. But yeah, I really like these things. If there's a reason to get the Bud Pack or even the Kuhn DLC, because I think the Kuhn DLC also has a subsoiler, that makes it worth it right there. But the only bad thing about it is they are slow. But I think if you actually get one of the Big Bud tractors, it pulls, because the Big Buds have so much horsepower, especially the big one, it'll actually pull it pretty quickly. Okay. So that wasn't so bad. And I'm just going to go along the bottom of the field here really quick. And I'm just going to kind of square this off. And then my hope being that it won't do, you know, these weird kind of turnarounds and, you know, leave extra plowing to be done. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Thankfully, we only have to do this every third harvest. So, you know, it's not too big of a deal right now. All right, so let's drive up here. Okay, I'm just going to hire the worker. And we're going to stop the driver. And we'll continue on. It looks like we just have about 3 more rows, so I think we're almost done. Pretty much done at this point. It actually didn't take too terribly long. And again, you can actually horseplay all this if you want. I think this middle lane right here is not quite as heavy with straw. And you can kind of tell, you know, the pile on the left is kind of big and the other one's not very big. This little patch here. You know what would be really super cool is if we could actually like find a path through the woods between the farm and the straw selling point. And we could, you know, maybe go in with some chainsaws and some wood cutting equipment, clear out a path to that so that we, you know, didn't have to take such a long route. Well, at least it'll get us up above 60,000. That's not too bad. I don't think this is going to get us to 100%. Maybe, knock on wood. Nah, I don't think it's going to. Might not even get us to 80%. Does not look like it. We've got a couple little chunks of straw, so will these get us to 80%? I wouldn't bet on it right now. But it just might. Oh gosh, it might. Oh, 80%. I would have lost that bet. I guess I'm not a betting man. Okay. So, let's see. Let's go back. Just like we did the last time, we're going to line it up on the course and just it's on the nearest waypoint. And we'll drive that course. Okay, so now we can actually kind of start doing some of the fertilizing over here. What the heck is going on there? Oh. was like, what? Uh-oh. Got a car wreck. And again, when that happens, just back up. Let the other vehicles drive past. Make sure you're clear. And then just drive from the nearest waypoint in the direction that you're trying to go. All right. That was pretty easy. All right. Let's go ahead and, whoops, I'll line it up a little bit better than that. Let's see how, oh man. Just gonna have to do one more pass down here to get this part of the field done. Now, I did want to look. Didn't we go back over that with fertilize? Oh, maybe the first time I fertilized that, I didn't do it correctly. Dun, dun, dun. So we could fertilize this field. Gonna get much money. This is probably another spraying, fertilizing, yeah. So when the Massey Ferguson gets back, what I'll have him do is I'll have him get hooked up to the Amazon seeder, and then probably in the next episode we'll start doing some seeding. Because I'm not exactly sure how long I've been going. I completely forgot to start my timer yet again. Okay. I enjoy looking at, look at the wolf and like the lone wolf company way off in the distance there. I mean, I'm still blown away by how awesome these graphics are. Oh yeah, cool. We got over $60,000 now. Here comes the forager there. Okay. So let's just stop the driver. We're gonna we can close out that field now. I am definitely going to have to do something about this, the Steam Messenger thing. I actually don't like the new Steam Messenger. I don't know. I guess it's like one of those things you have to get used to, but I can't figure out how to turn it off. Though, to my credit, is that the right word? Or maybe detriment. I haven't spent a lot of time like looking at how to do it. So, yeah, it's my own fault. And what's funny is, like, you know, back when I used to accept friend requests on Steam, I used to, like, remember some of these people, but it's like a lot of people end up changing their names for whatever reason on Steam. And, you know, and I'm like, who the heck are these people? I don't know any of them anymore. All right, let's see if we can figure out Okay, so we're gonna fill this up with oidalizer. Okay, so he is finishing up here. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna, the other thing I'm gonna do also, and I'll probably do this off screen, is just finish up all the subsoiling between now and the next episode, because otherwise we're just gonna be doing a whole lot of subsoiling. It's gonna be going really slow because we're going up and down. Now we've got, let me see here. Garage, case magnum. That's, okay, so this one is 430. So this one's actually higher horsepower than the Massey Ferguson. Okay. I was thinking, well, maybe I should put the Massey on that, but no. I'm not sure that would solve the problem. $5,000 in fertilizer costs. So now let's seed her up. And then I'm just gonna change the seed, or the seed to sunflowers right now. This will be pretty awesome. Like, I think with this large seeder, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to seed the whole, like both fields in the next episode. I want to look at the sewing machines. Okay, so that only requires a 270 horsepower tractor. Both of our large tractors are more than big enough for that. Helper L has completed the task. Who the heck is Helper L? Oh, it's the fertilizer. Okay. So I think right here, might do the seeding of this field in like 2 stages. I don't know. So what I'll probably do is kind of do this end and maybe a little bit more, and then I'll have him turn around and go, you know, back and forth, you know, the longer way up and down the field. Yeah, so here, I guess he quit. He's like, I don't know what to do, I quit. So let's just fertilize this. This is getting us our second stage of fertilization. And then when we seed, it should actually give us our third stage of fertilization. And we will be completely fertile. So yeah, we've got him working on, what is it, Helper P. We've got Helper P working on the rest of the subsoiling, plowing, essentially. And when we come back, I will have all of the plowing done, and then we'll have all of the fertilizing here done, so all we'll have to do is start seeding. So guys, thanks for hanging out with me yet again in Farming Simulator 17 and Lone Oak Farms. As always, don't forget to hit that like button, as it does help me out tremendously. Please leave a comment, let me know how I'm doing, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe for this and many more videos. Guys, I'm Brad M73, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.